Hello and welcome back to Guardians of Destiny. We have a slight change in plans. I decided kind of off screen that I really wanted to get to at least one of those lizard transformation locations. So we ran off here. I'll just jump on the map here to the eastern part of the woods here, where this tunnel is that leads to the Imp Shrine. And I'm going to just kind of show you that connection there, and then something extra we can do inside the Imp Shrine so long as we are the lizard, and then we will go back to where we were down here and continue on with our actual quest. So let's do that quickly. Woohoo! There's our tunnel. So nothing too special in here. Actually is remarkably easy to get turned around, just kind of caught up in the texture locations there if you're moving too quickly. Not that that really matters, but just annoying. And then we come out over here by the Bane River, run along the edge, jump that water, whoops, get caught up in a bush, and then we come around to the Imp Shrine, where things are still firing off, and hopefully this door is still open. Hey, it is, look at that. So, we run through here. Whoops, we gotta jump up the stairs, because the lizard is too small. Forgot about that. And halfway here, right at this point in the wall, let's zoom in, there's a little tiny niche. It's hard to see. And if we jump inside, we can collect a few things. So it looks like a healing, or a spark scroll. This shield we don't really need, but I'm gonna keep actually just to make it easier. A bunch of vials of dragon blood. Oops, get out of there. A scroll. More, some errant crack. Lightning crystals. These guardian orbs. And then if we go a little deeper, whoop, there we go. Oh, maybe I didn't need to jump. We have even more cool stuff.
Storm crystal.
Storm crystal. We'll make use of that shortly. Although, in reality, I don't really care much about them. And we'll finish collecting our aloe here. All right. So, now let's sprint back over to where we want to be. And maybe on the way, I'll start talking about kind of the next new topic for today, which is what kind of the game refers to as the pharmacopedia. So what that is basically all of the items in the game that are usable, but also potentially combinable into kind of other useful things. Now, some of the... Oops, get out of the water. Forget how small the lizard is sometimes. Let's see, where are we at? Yeah, that'll be fine. Let's do this. And that way we can connect this little piece of the map when we get to the water down here. There we go. Off here. Whee! So yes, there are various items that can be combined. Some of which... Oh, good. I thought I wasn't going to be able to get by that rock. Some of which are also usable just on their own. Sure, we'll go here, and that way we'll also connect to this piece of the map. Perfect. All part of the plan. So, we're going to do a little bit of that here today. Once we get inside here... Yeah, I'm going the wrong way. Suppose I can, while I'm here, just quickly crouch down. Hopefully this guy's going to attack, and show that there is a little tunnel here. We're going to see the other side of that tunnel in a couple of minutes, although, unfortunately, it really doesn't matter. It's something, I don't know if it was supposed to matter in terms of the story or something, or if it was just, you know, a cool bit of exploration that they added in, but it ultimately doesn't really matter at all. Now here, we have these, thorns that are really annoying. You can kind of just smash your way through. It takes 2 or 3 hits, but better is to use Spark. Oops. Because, didn't use that much strength, but that's fine. If you use Spark, they will not reform, which is very nice. Because otherwise, every time you come through here, they pop back up. Now, it's not super easy to see where the openings are, just with the kind of naked eye, but you will notice a little bit of an opening through them. You can also, of course, just use the map, but I'm going to, hopefully not have to keep switching the map on and off. There really isn't much of anything here in these thorns. We'll look through all of them because that's kind of what I do. but you're ultimately not likely to miss out on anything. Now, this is the cave that we're ultimately looking for. I will show you. Well, we'll come back to it later. No, let's do it right now. Why not? Let's see. I want to go here. There is the path to the left. Good. So over here on the left, somewhere, is another little opening with a fourth lizard hole. This one, there's not much in there of interest. I actually forget exactly what's in there. So if we don't manage to get in that, I won't be too heartbroken about it, but just to be aware. Now I am totally lost. Ooh, are we going to get a chance? Oh, that's the worst case scenario, but it's fine. Because we're still just going to go into the cave. We'll try to sprint as much as the beast is able to sprint. Anyway, so the pharmacopedia. There are a number of items in the game that you can use for various effects, you know, like aloe healing you and things like that. And then some of them also have the ability to be combined into other cooler things. So one example of that we're going to see in just a second is you can take some of the ironwood sap that we collected and some of the amber that we are about to collect right here. And you can make what is called a champion stone, which we've already collected one or two of. Let's see, there's some flying around. There it is. There's a ton of amber in here. So you can take this amber, and where is our iron? There it is. Combine that to make champion stones. And what the champion stones do is increase our might by like 20 points for, I don't know, a minute or so, something like that. Which is nice, but ultimately not that big a deal. Especially once you get a little bit later in the game. Now, I believe there are a total of 10 base combinations, most of which you get... oh, you know what? Did I ever read this scroll that we picked up? I think I did. Yeah, the poison paint one. I did. Most of which you get instructions on how to make somewhere along the way, but not all of them. Let's see. Okay, yeah. And then there are two kind of advanced items that you can make, which you cannot collect anywhere in the game, to my knowledge, and there's nothing that ever tells you how to make them, but they are there, and they're both pretty cool. We'll talk more about them when we actually come across them, I guess. Now, good. I wanted to be human. I'm tired of being the beast. These little poison pools, if you stand near them, sometimes they'll release a gas that'll poison you. Now, these guys here, you want to hit twice to collapse them. There's 5 total, I believe. And I'm going to try and show you what happens when you take them all out. Now, I think that we've had some people talk to us. Oh, you know what? Let's look through here first. So this little cave here looks like you could fit through here as a lizard, and you can, but there's for the most part, most of the time, the game scripts you not being able to go through here. So if you are the lizard, it will transform you back to the human before you can get through. And that connects to that little tunnel that I showed you earlier, way back in the eastern part of the Huline jungle. This is the Executioner. We've been told multiple times by people that he's nice, and for the most part, he'll leave us alone if we don't bother him, but he's kind of proving me wrong here. What we really want to do is just take this out, open up a little path, and then he'll hopefully go over there and leave us alone. Meanwhile, we're going to rob his nest of some armor. Leave this behind. Drop it. And I guess we might as well heal ourselves, because it's just kind of annoying to be poisoned. So you can follow along behind the Executioner. We do have one more steam pillar up here we want to take out. And if we follow the Executioner around, I'm going to take out this one, and then I'm going to wait on the 5th one that you see right there. If we follow the Executioner, we will come to a lava-filled pool with some rocks that you can get across, but it's a little difficult. However, if we take this out, we should generate a change over here. Hopefully happened. Maybe not. Oh well, we tried. Anyway, we can still ultimately get across and jump over here and try to follow the Executioner that way, but ultimately it'll go through a path that we can't get through. So let's go this way instead. Oops, I went too far. And hopefully, if we look through here, we should see a duel. A duel that does not go very well for the Executioner, versus that, what is called a Hive Warrior. This is the spider that we saw take out the little girl earlier in the intro cutscene. I'm going to use these items because ultimately I don't really want them anymore, and they're just taking up space, and I don't find them very useful. So we'll try and use that. Although, actually, oh, you know what? There's something else I want to do instead. Let's try that. So if we go back over this way to where the lava pool was, I'm very sad. Taking out those 5 pillars was supposed to make this more easily passable. But that's fine. It's not really that big a deal. Oh, hey, there you are. Leave me alone. Now, a lot of the times you will transform into the beast here, which is really annoying, and I hope doesn't happen, but it might. Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. All right. I still want to make this happen, so what I'm going to do is go somewhere where I know we will forcibly transform back into the human. Luthor. Get out of here. The worst. Absolute worst. So there's an item that I want to get, and you cannot get there as the beast because he is too big. There we go. Which is very annoying. Oop, yeah, there we go. Good. So as we come around here, we will transform back into human Luthor, and we will give this one shot to hopefully stay human. Oop. All right, good. So, up this way. Oops. Here we go. So through here, we have these pillars. That's what would block the beast from getting through. And I'm going to hopefully be able to go through here backwards without getting stuck. We're going to take this giant sword.
Reaver of the Great Orc.
And that will start causing this to collapse, or not. Usually it does. There we go. This whole thing starts collapsing, and pit of lava forms there. Now, Reaver the Great Orc, we are generally not strong enough to wield. So if you try to put it on, you'll just drop it. However, let's see. Let's do this quickly, just so we can open up a space in the inventory. We'll put you there, and then let's go find our spider friend, because if you have on certain gauntlets that we'll get later, you'll be able to wield the alright, nah, I don't have space for this amber right now. We'll come back for it. If you collect certain gauntlets that we'll get later, you'll be strong enough to wield it, or if you use a champion stone, you'll be strong enough to wield the Reaver of the Great Orc. Otherwise, no matter how strong you get, you'll never be able to use it. And I don't really feel like keeping it with me because it's not that good. Where are you? I just saw you. What is happening here? Stupid spider. Okay, so let's use this, and then we should be able to equip this. Good. Super, super slow, which might be its biggest weakness, regardless of how strong it might be. But it does take you out pretty quick. So yeah, you can see just how strong it is. So it's kind of cool, but ultimately it's just a little too fluky for me, and we're going to get plenty strong things later. So now, as we come forward, we should transform back to the human. Should be a forced transformation as we go through here, because as you can see, unfortunately, Shala's daughter is not doing too well.
Yeah, that must be the lost girl. Her mother must be in here somewhere.
And her mother is just around the corner here, and through this pathway that will not be open until after that Hive Warrior and Executioner are dead.
Is it?
Calm down. It's dead now. You must be Shala. Is your daughter in here too?
She's dead. Saw her basket in the bloody room back there. Did you kill them all?
All. There were but two I saw. A big spider and another hideous beast with extra mouths on tentacles sprung from its head.
That last one's the Executioner. Been in this cave for years. It's them other ones. The spiders caused the slide that trapped me. And it's them killed my baby.
Are these spiders then a new beast in this jungle?
And not just in this cave, neither. All my girls know to stay away from this cave. Thanks for helping. I would have died for sure otherwise. Thank you, but I'll just be heading home now.
All right, so she will depart. Sadly, there's nothing we can do for Shala. There's a series of areas over here that we're going to ignore for now because we're going to come back to it. I suppose we can go around and grab that amber quickly. Is there any other stuff that we want to get rid of, really? This shield we clearly don't need. I don't really want both of these, but we'll hold on to them for now. Maybe we'll use this pyro pod at some point just for fun. Anyway, let's do that and then get out of here. Hello, dead spider. Though it sounds like there's more than one spider that we're going to have to be dealing with. That's where the... Oh, I got caught by it. Well, it's fine. We can take care of it. Good. So there's a whole bunch of amber in here that we'll snag. We can do fun stuff with it. We'll talk more about the pharmacopedia moving forward. As we have opportunities to make different items on the list. There actually might be some more amber in there, but I don't need all of it. I don't really need any of it. I really just want to show off the various combinations we can make. Although when I play by my own, I usually don't bother because I don't tend to need them, particularly not when I'm playing on kind of normal mode like this. Let's see, where is the... Yeah, there's a little, like, lizard path to exit over here if you didn't... Hey! There's another one. That's fun. Let's do something else fun. Let's use one of our ancient stones and try out some of our ancient magic, just for fun. Let's go to Spark here, and... Where are you? There you are. Alright, so now we have one casting available of an ancient spell, and we can even do this. Where'd you go?
Poison.
We can do this cool call lightning, which actually didn't really do all that much, which is disappointing. Wow, neither did that. That was the level 4 lightning. That was a little disappointing. Anyway, let's just kill it regular. Admittedly, these are supposed to be very strong enemies, so I'm not shocked that it didn't kill it, but I'm a little disappointed. That was very anticlimactic. We're on the wrong way. Or are we? I don't even know anymore. Yeah, there's the window into the arena here where the two, the Hive Warrior and the Executioner fought. Anyway, basically, I think what we're going to do here is just kind of, exit the cave, and that will pretty much be it for today. When we come back, we'll head off to the Huline Village, since even though we couldn't save Shala's daughter, we still helped her, and found out the, answer to the mystery of where everyone went, so we should at least be allowed in. And I'll also hopefully go through at least one more of those lizard tunnels that, for some reason, we were being turned away from. Speaking of being turned away, let's go the correct direction. Well, I suppose we can do a quick, turn through the rest of... I'm gonna get poisoned here, aren't I? Nope. Good. We can do a quick turn through the rest of these thorns here. Not that there's really much to see. We definitely took the easier path through. Oh, we can also do this. This is meaningless, but fun. Whee! I didn't realize how close I was. Whoops. Anyway, continuing on. Yeah, let's go through to the left side here. Suppose we can see if maybe we get lucky and transform into the lizard by coming over here. If we turn into the beast, I'll just end the video. Any luck? No. That's alright. So, up here. The side that we went down is much straighter and easier to follow, which is why, usually I follow that path. But this still works. It's just a little more convoluted. Easier to get a little lost in. And to miss pathways. Whee! Alright, nothing special there. Just feels wrong not to fully explore everything. Good. Oops. There we go. I suppose I could still look at the map here. Good, so that connects there, and then we just go over to the left here. Do a little bit more exploring. Good. Take a peek over here. Nothing to see, nothing to do. Really just want to prove to you how fruitless this venture is, which seems rude, but as I've said before, part of, I think, what makes this game special is the fact that you do a lot of exploring and that sometimes it pays off a lot, but a lot of the time it doesn't, which I think makes it feel a little better when you do find something cool. So, alright, why don't we end things here? Probably off screen, I'll just run up north here, just to see if we can turn into the lizard, or yeah, we probably don't need to go down here. So yeah, I'll run up north there to see if we can turn into the lizard, and hopefully when we come back I'll just be sitting there in lizard form, but if not, and it's not working for some reason, we'll just head off to the village. But hopefully you enjoyed our adventures through the Hive Caves, where we failed to really save much of anyone of importance, because I certainly care more about Shala's daughter than Shala herself, but I suppose she does have other kids she needs to take care of, so we did some good. But either way, hopefully you enjoyed, and until next time, see ya.